Hi, welcome to Bedtime Terror, the show where I watch a scary movie before bed and let you know how I think I'm going to sleep. My name is Bobby, and tonight's review is going to be on 2012's Maniac. Let's get into it. So, Maniac stars Elijah Wood, which, for those who only think of Frodo, when you think of Elijah Wood, may find his casting in a horror film to be, unlikely or odd. But for the rest of us who also remember him as Kevin in Sin City, then you know that his casting in this film is spot on. And in this movie, he stars as a single, you know, shy, timid, quiet guy named Frank who restores mannequins. That's part of his family's business. And as we get to, know Frank, we learn of his troubled childhood and his fixation for hair. We also find out how he spends his free time, and it's to literally find the right, the top off his mannequins and find the right head of hair. I'll say it like that. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole of the movie in a nutshell. Despite it, having a pretty simple premise like that, it was, and it's obviously a grindhouse type film. For those of you who are familiar with the genre, in fact, it's a remake of a grindhouse horror movie from 1980, also named Maniac, which I plan to watch and review very soon, given that I had seen this remake. Though it's, a pretty simple premise that could easily be distasteful and just gratuitous, this film doesn't have that issue. I think that it's done pretty well. Not to say that it's a walk in the park. It definitely has some tough scenes to try to get through, and because so much of this movie is often shown in first person through the maniac's point of view while he's committing these crimes and these horrendous acts. You definitely get to see it from a different viewpoint as a viewer, which I thought was very interesting. That said, like I mentioned, it's going to be on the more extreme gore side, I would say. I don't feel like it was overtly gratuitous. It could have done much more if they wanted to be, gratuitous and grotesque, more so with what they were showing. But there was a good, given what kind of movie this is, I feel like they drew a good line and good balance. That said, I know as if any of my other female viewers, women viewers have had moments where, you know, because we're seeing things from his point of view at times, we see how these women feel and their reactions, and when they sense that they're being watched or being followed, but they can't figure out exactly where from. And because so much of this film is set in what seems like New York and New Jersey, because I used to live in New York, and I will say there was, when they showed him on a train, I was like, that train's way too clean to be a metro train. That has to be a PATH train because it's like way too clean and nice. But like, you know, especially if you have been out and you're trying to get back home and it's late and just feeling like, ooh, I know I'm being watched right now and I just want to hurry up and get to my doorstep, or like I hope the keys like don't jam or something like that. Like I think, you know, many people have had that experience, and I definitely felt was, you know, brought back to those moments while watching this movie. So it does give you, you know, scares not on just the visceral and gory level, but also, you know, good moments of suspense and tension. However, that's not to say that the gore isn't there. I mean, trust me, it definitely is. It definitely gave me moments where I was squirming and you know, a little cringing a bit in my seat. So it definitely delivered on that front, which was something I was hoping to get. I was, you know, a type of scare I was in search for this time. So I was pleased that delivered. That said, I really enjoyed this movie. It's not going to be an easy watch, I feel like, for most people. It's not a popcorn type film. However, that said, if you are one of those, you and your friends are the type that are extreme horror lovers, you know, the type that like would have gotten together and watched like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, this I think is the type of movie that would fall in line with that. Like if you and your friends do enjoy more intense horror films, grindhouse horror films, then I recommend watching this with a group. Otherwise, you know, it's just as scary watching it alone, probably more so. I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again, which is so funny given my last review. But I would definitely watch this again. I do plan on watching the original also very soon in the near future. Stick around for that. So on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to give this movie a 4. I think I'll sleep well. I don't think I'll have too many issues falling asleep, but definitely, you know, shake off the heebie-jeebies a little. So, as always, guys, this movie is completely free for you to watch without ads. The link will be in the comment, in the description box down below, excuse me, which I think is really funny because when this movie was first released, a decade ago, it was actually very hard to find, and I remember like trying to hunt it down, and every time I would try to rent it, it was already rented out, or you know, and out of stock, or like any links that I like found online were corrupted or something. So here it is now, completely free without ads for your viewing pleasure here on YouTube. So yeah, go ahead and watch it, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with those who enjoy a scare. Have you seen this movie? If so, let me know what was your favorite part, which was your favorite kill. That sounds kind of bad, but yeah, let me know what you enjoyed, if you plan on watching it, and if you enjoy this more than the original. Love to hear from you guys, hear your opinions and thoughts. And until next time, sleep time.